All right, let's dive in. Today, we're talking about one of the biggest headaches for any business trying to make it in Web3, just the sheer digital chaos. But there's a tool that promises to fix all that. It's called XOVA Wallet.
I mean, it's a fair question, isn't it? If you're an enterprise trying to build or invest or, govern in this decentralized world, the complexity can be just insane. It really feels like you need a dozen different tools just to get one job done.
And this slide just nails the problem. On the left, you've got the reality for most businesses right now. Chaos. You're juggling multiple wallets for different blockchains, hopping between protocols, all while trying to keep everything secure. But on the right, that's the dream. Clarity. One single, unified command center to run the whole show. And that's the big idea we're digging into today.
So let's really break this problem down. For a lot of companies, getting into Web3 feels less like innovation and more like, well, a digital juggling act.
Just think about it for a second. Your company probably has assets on Ethereum, maybe some governance tokens on a specialized chain like Arbitrum, and perhaps even some NFTs over on Solana. Managing all that means you're constantly logging in and out of different platforms. And that's not just slow and inefficient. Every single switch, every new login is another chance for something to go wrong, another potential security hole.
Okay, so what if you could just stop juggling? This is exactly where XOVA Wallet comes into the picture. It was designed from the ground up to be that one unified hub for businesses.
So what is XOVA really? Well, it's an enterprise-grade wallet. It was specifically built for the DAO1 ecosystem, which is all about decentralized governance. Its whole reason for being is to pull everything, your assets, your governance votes, your interactions with dApps, into one secure place. This isn't for casual use. This is built for serious business operations.
A really huge moment for XOVA was back in October 2025. Before then, it was just an iOS app. But that launch, that brought it to Android, Windows, and the Brave browser. Suddenly, it was a real cross-platform tool that entire teams could actually use. That was the moment it went from a niche app to a viable, unified solution for enterprises.
Now, this is super important to understand. XOVA isn't trying to be the next MetaMask killer. Not at all. Instead, it's designed to work with tools like MetaMask and Rabby. Think of it more like a master control panel, a consolidation layer that sits on top of everything else, giving businesses the high-level organization and oversight they desperately need.
All right, so how does XOVA actually pull this off? How does it bring order to all that chaos? Well, it all comes down to its core promise. All of your assets, all in one single view.
I mean, just look at this table. It really shows you the power of this thing. It doesn't matter if you're holding coins like Bitcoin and Ether, or ERC20 tokens for voting, or even super specialized NFTs. XOVA pulls them all together. It supports major chains like Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, and even custom ones like Arbitrum. So a business can track its entire portfolio value, vote on key proposals, and manage its community assets without ever having to switch tabs.
So what does this all mean for a business day-to-day? Well, you get smooth integration with dApps through the Brave browser. You can cast your votes in the DAO1 ecosystem right from the dashboard. You can track your staking yields across different chains, all in one spot. You can manage all your NFTs. The bottom line here is a huge reduction in operational overhead. It frees up your team to actually focus on strategy instead of just admin work.
Okay, let's pause for a second, because none of this cool stuff matters if it's not secure, right? For any enterprise, security is everything. So let's look at how XOVA treats your assets like a digital vault. And this quote, it's straight from XOVA's own onboarding process, and they could not be more serious about it. They make it crystal clear, your seed phrase is the vault. It's not just a password, it's the master key to everything, and it absolutely must be kept offline.
And just so we're all on the same page, we're talking about that 12-word seed phrase, based on the BIP39 standard. This isn't a key to one account. It's the universal master key to all of a company's blockchain assets managed by that wallet. The stakes here are, well, they're absolute. If that phrase gets compromised, everything is gone, period.
So, XOVA lays out this really clear three-step security protocol. Step 1, you generate the seed phrase. Step 2, you secure it offline. And we're not talking about a text file on your laptop. We're talking engraving it on a metal plate and locking it in a physical bank vault. Then, step 3 is about daily use. You activate robust safeguards like biometrics on your phone and 2FA for any interactions.
And the best part? You are absolutely not expected to figure all of this out on your own. XOVA gives you this incredible resource called the Link Hub Library. It's packed with guides on everything you can imagine, enterprise-grade seed phrase security, how to do cross-chain bridging, tokenizing assets, portfolio tracking. It's literally a roadmap to help you master the tools safely and effectively.
So when you take a step back and you put all of this together, the unified dashboard, the cross-chain power, the enterprise-grade security, a really clear picture starts to form. The future is unified.
Look, if you remember one thing from this whole explainer, let it be this number, 1. One unified wallet to manage all your chains, all your coins, all your tokens, and all your governance. That's the promise, turning that chaos into clarity.
Because at the end of the day, by solving this huge fragmentation problem, XOVA is doing way more than just offering a slick tool. It's empowering businesses to finally stop juggling and start building. It lets them operate in the wild world of Web3 with the same precision and confidence they're used to having in the traditional world.
And that really leads us to the final, most exciting question. When the tool itself just gets out of the way, when all those operational headaches just disappear, the focus can snap right back to innovation. So the real question XOVA leaves us with is this. With all this complexity solved, what will you build next?